What up, y'all? It's Wrestling Showdown here every single Sunday at 12 PM on the W3L network. And if you've clicked the subscribe button, you're never going to miss an episode, so you really should if you haven't already. We are about to round out our trio of dates in the northeast of England. We're in Stockton on Tees a little later on today. If you can make it along, you should, because it's going to be awesome, like every W3L event is awesome. But with them pretty much done and dusted, let's look forward to our next trio of amazing events coming up the weekend of the 14th, 15th and 16th of June. Now we kick off on the 14th of June. We're going to be in Broxburn for an event co-sponsored by Bulkweld and Wazzy's Convenience Store. Thank you to both of them. Joey Legend is joining us. A whole host of your favourite W3L stars will be there. More news than that in the not too distant future. The following day, June the 15th, it's the Summer Spectacular. We return to the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy for our yearly visit there. Joey Legend makes his Kirkcaldy debut. Can you believe in all the time he was W3L Heavyweight Champion, he never wrestled in Kirkcaldy? Well, you can see him there, June 15th at the Summer Spectacular. And of course, Mike Musso takes on Craig Stevens in a last man standing match that will directly affect the main event of Resolution 13 later this year. And then on the 16th, Father's Day, we are down in Gala Shields one more time for an event sponsored by White Autotech and the Blacks of Stitchell. Thank you to both of them for co-sponsoring this event. And of course, Joey Legend is going to be with us, as is all your other W3L favourites. Now, every single event this year, whether it's in the northeast of England, Fife, the Lothian, doesn't matter where it is, every single event sponsored by our good friends at Crafty Connoisseur. Thank you so much to them. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you or somebody who would like to sponsor a WTL event, please get in touch with us and we'll tell you how to make that happen. But let's have some wrestling. And hot on the heels of last week's triple threat match, we've got ourselves a triple threat match. Last week you will have seen the Tormentor, Kevin Williams and Omar Mohammed go at it. The Tormentor lost the contest and was not pleased, let's just say. He got kind of physical with some of the WTL staff, even threatening one of the members of management, demanding a rematch to prove that his loss was a fluke. Kevin Williams said, "Hey, I beat you before, I'll beat you again." But Omar Mohammed wanted no part of the Tormentor. Can't blame him. So instead, Matsuo Kazuma has flown in, especially from Japan, for this contest. So it's a semi-rematch of this triple threat contest. Kevin Williams, Matsuo Kazuma and the Tormentor. What's going to happen? Let's get down to ringside and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a triple threat match with the first wrestler to score a pinfall or a submission being declared the winner. Introducing participant number 1 from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 77 kilograms. This is Matsuo Kazuma. Entrant number 2 comes to us all the way from the 8-bit subspace superhighway at 200 megapixels, Kevin Williams! And ladies and gentlemen, your final participant from parts unknown, weight unknown, he is that kind of person, the Tormentor!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with your Wrestling Showdown, and as I'm sure you're aware already, we've got a triple threat contest that's sort of a rematch from last week. We saw Kevin Williams, the Tormentor and Omar Mohammed walking up in three-way action. Williams got the victory over the Tormentor, who flew into a massive temper backstage. I mean, he's fairly uncontrollable at the best of times. Assaulted some of the W3L staff, broke some fixtures, smashed some equipment, emptied an entire fire extinguisher. He was a bit of a handful and was determined that he would get a rematch against Williams, who's been picked off by two men here, and he has been picked off. Look at this, it's the downside to these matches, just like we saw last week. If you take your eyes on one person, the other one is always there. As Williams though running right through both masked men. So the Tormentor wanted a rematch. Williams said, "Fine, I beat you before, I'll beat you again." Omar Mohammed wanted nothing to do with certainly the Tormentor, and so Matsuo Kazuma flew in, especially from Japan. And he is here in this contest. Rounds of ropes. Oh, big senton. Down across the chest of Tormentor, goes for the first cover of the match. Team first pinfall wins. That's why Kazuma's breaking this one up. He uppercuts these two men restraints to each other. Oh, hold on. I thought he was going for a backslide, but turns into a headlock. In June of 2016, we saw Kevin Williams overcome Matsuo Kazuma in a tag team contest. He knocked him right down in his face. Russian leg sweep by Kevin Williams. He's doing quite well here. He's managing to control the contest, but he's went for a cover over Kazuma. There's the Tormentor yet again. Now these two... Oh no, look at this. It's like we're having collusion. This happened last week with the Tormentor and Muhammad. And again, it's part and parcel of this style of match. And Williams must have known that coming in. Maybe the two masked men have found some common ground, saying that they both hide their identities. Oh, double body slam, I think. And that's exactly what it is. The Tormentor going for the cover. Now Kazuma was a fraction late. Williams kicked out, but I don't think Kazuma was expecting the Tormentor to go for the cover. And now he's going for it. Oh, and the alliance is dissolved, as so often it does. Of course, Kazuma wrestles over in Japan, often without the mask, under a different identity, which I'm not at liberty to go into here, as he just clobbers the Tormentor from behind. Kazuma with a massive experience edge over the Tormentor. So he's got the physical tools the Tormentor has, because he could have never met anybody such natural strength as the Tormentor. Oh, knee drop right across the head there. Williams just throws Kazuma to the floor. The Tormentor can certainly take a beating. And look at the power of him. Drops down Kevin Williams. Oh, here we go. And drops his Tormentor elbow. And that's when the point of the elbow goes right into the centre of your sternum. Williams, that's 2 weeks in a row where his heart will have frozen for a split second or so. It's going to give him cardiac issues in later life. Tormentor charges in. Oh, right, the super kick. And down he goes, and Tormentor rolling the floor. The downside to wrestling Tormentor is that he has an incredibly high tolerance for pain. Like he barely feels anything, so you have to almost hit him 3 times as hard to get him to register. Williams in the middle turnbuckle. He's hitting for, and drops down upon Matsuo Kazuma. Tormentor just recovering at the side of the ring. Oh, Kazuma over the top rope to the floor. Williams ducks and just takes down the Tormentor. And again. Oh, keep going for the bomb. That's exactly what it is. Oh, lovely cradle, rolls across. But Kazuma breaking it up. Here's an interesting piece of trivia for you. Way back on Wrestling Showdown in August of 2015, which you can find in the archives of the W3L network. Matsuo Kazuma, oh wait, goes for a cover of the Tormentor, I'll finish that in a second. Kazuma, back in August 2015, defeated Kevin Williams in a triple threat contest. So he has previous history here. Obviously it wasn't against his Tormentor, but even so, the odds may be in Kazuma's favour. Just biding his time. Oh, these solid kicks. Look at this to both of his opponents now. His experience in pro wrestling heat up has helped him with those. There's some good strikes as Kazuma. Oh, and there's the Fist of Fury. And Kevin Williams, he's going to need his jaw realigned, because that hand is like granite. Oh, and Kazuma suplexes the Tormentor with authority. I think he even dropped on his head, and the Tormentor rolls into the floor. Kazuma now has to decide who's going after. Tormentor may be out. Can't even see he's falling at camera range. But Williams, he's thinking about kicking as well. Just an interesting maneuver into place. Oh, Williams across the shoulders, could be the Mega Driver. Down goes Kazuma, and Williams in for the cover right away. And the Tormentor fails to get in time as Kevin Williams scores the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Kevin Williams!
So Kevin Williams, 2 weeks in a row, wins a triple threat match. Surely he's got a title opportunity on the horizon sometime in the not too distant future.
What a contest, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that's whetted your appetite for our next 3 live events, which are only a couple of weeks away, let's be honest. It's the weekend of the 14th, 15th and 16th of June. On the 14th, we start in Broxbourne, thanks to Wazzies and Bulkwell for co-sponsoring that event. The following day is the Summer Spectacular at the Ice Arena in Kirkcaldy, and then on the Sunday, we're down in Galashiels, co-sponsored by White Autotech and Blacks of Stitchell. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thanks to Crafty Connoisseur for sponsoring every single event W3L puts on this year. Thank you so much to all of them. And of course, I've already mentioned the Drea Legend is going to be on all of these events. It's Matsuo versus Stevens, last man standing in the Summer Spectacular at the Ice Arena. So much more coming up. Stay tuned to all of our social media platforms for the latest up-to-the-minute information about what matches you'll be seeing at these live events, and indeed future live events I'll tell you about in the weeks to come. If you want to come along to these shows, and obviously I'm sure you do, get yourself some tickets and check out all the information you ever need to know by hitting up our website, W3Lwrestling.com. Make sure you've signed up to the mailing list while you are there. Then give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Tell us who you want to see in action at these events. Who should Joey Legend be facing at these events? Will it be Musso winning at the Ice Arena? Will it be Craig Stevens? What will happen with Resolution's main event? Get in touch and let us know your thoughts. And then come back in 7 days' time. I'll bring you more amazing action. Maybe be another triple threat match. 3 in a row, that would seem appropriate, right? Maybe it won't be. Who knows? Come back in 7 days' time. You'll get more amazing wrestling action, more news about our live events, and more of me as well. What more do you want? All right here on the W3L Network every Sunday 12 PM for Wrestling Showdown.